Germans down? Yes, but why the desire to keep the Germans down? Germany is in many ways a beacon of economic success and stable democracy anchored in the bosom of Europe and NATO. But its growing political ascendancy over the EU in the wake of the Eurozone crisis has stirred unease in many European capitals, ensuring that a tug-of-war with Berlin over economic and fiscal policy is likely to escalate. French weakness, British detachment, the enfeeblement of the European Commission, and the muscle flexing of the German constitutional court have all contributed to tilting the balance in the EU, thrusting Germany uncomfortably into the spotlight. So too have impending changes in voting rules among EU states that give more weight to population size, and the growing power of the European Parliament, where Germans make up the largest contingent. Long underrepresented, Germans have secured an unprecedented grip on the reins of the main EU institutions that is raising concern in London and Paris. Former Merkel and Corsepius is Secretary General of the EU Council of Ministers. Klaus Quelle is Secretary General of the European Parliament. Johannes Leitzenberger, Chief of Staff of the outgoing Commission President, is to be Deputy Head of the Legal Service. Martin Selmayr is leading Juncker's transition team in the Commission and is likely to be his Chief of Staff. In addition, Klaus Regling heads the Eurozone's Financial Rescue Fund, and Werner Hoyer, a former German Europe Minister, is Chief of the European Investment Bank. The fact that these trained lawyers and economists all hold German passports does not make them pawns of Merkel as EU civil servants. They are loyal to a vision of federal Europe rather than to the Federal Republic of Germany. But the dominance of German economic thinking, with an emphasis on austerity and a deep-seated culture of saving rather than spending or investing, needs to be tempered if Europe is to avoid a lost decade of stagnation and high unemployment. Just last week, the German government congratulated itself on approving the first balanced budget since 1969, at a time when many economists say Berlin should be cutting taxes to boost domestic demand and investing more in infrastructure. Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi trying to shake up a highly indebted country, often seen as an economic and political basket case, is challenging Berlin's policy prescription, using the rotating EU presidency to try to change the debate. His offensive, supported by France and other southern states desperate for fiscal leeway to revive growth, has drawn limited concessions from Merkel and offers the incoming Juncker a chance to make the EU's economic policy mix a bit less German.